told that all the time. Yeah. So
moving on.
We're moving on to a bit of Snapchat now. So
Okay.
so Hetty, one of the other things that you're particularly known for, I think.
Well, I'm
company.
quite passionate about it.
Yeah. So tell us a bit about what you do with it and
Okay.
why is it useful for customers?
Okay. Well, a little bit of history. Snapchat started actually in 2011. As we all know, it's in the news when teenagers were snapping themselves and perhaps sending them, and then all the mums and dads were up in roar. So I think that very quickly, actually, things moved on from there. And now, actually, it's massive. And there are 8 billion mobile video views a day. And
Wow.
there are 100 million daily active users. So it's massive. People are using it, brands are using it. People use it to communicate, people use it to story tell. So we've just been talking a lot about telling a story, how important that is for a brand to develop loyalty. Well, a lot of entrepreneurs and people and brands are using Snapchat to basically create their story on a daily basis. So you can follow people. I probably follow about 20 people from marketing backgrounds to social media gurus. So it is that sort of millennial engagement that's really fascinating. And actually the target audience was, I would say, between 13 and 17.
Right.
That's definitely extended up to 35 and probably a bit more. I went to an absolutely fascinating event up in London called Snap Happen, which was just the coolest event I've ever been to, actually, in terms of social media, where there were these YouTubers, it's the only way I can say who they were, going around with their cameras and just basically recording themselves constantly. And they were talking about Snapchat, and actually there were some amazing stories. One in particular I wanted to talk about was a gentleman called Yusuf Omar, who works for a newspaper in India. Now he teaches 300 students journalism, and he is absolutely famous for Snapchat journalism. And you can look at, I've got a whole blog talking about that. It's just absolutely fascinating, where he actually interviewed women who had been sexually abused, but they were willing to talk about it through Snapchat filters. So there was a filter on their face, but they'd actually talk openly.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's
Very
so
interesting,
impactful,
Yusuf.
absolutely impactful. And so he created his own unique style of journalism through Snapchat, and he pulled together all these different 10-second interviews and pulled together these broadcasts. It was absolutely fascinating.
And it just shows you that there's something that anybody can do. But
Yeah,
clearly
it just
it's
needs to be
utilised.
creative.
Yeah.
Creative and thoughtful, and just tell a story. That's what Snapchat is, in my eyes. That's what Snapchat is.
But of course, like everything, marketeers and people in the industry are using it now to.
Yeah.
You mentioned the millennials and
Yeah.
now
The world
targeting.
of the selfies.
Yeah. So it's moved on from just anybody using it for their own use to now creative journalism and brand awareness and
Absolutely. Creativity. There was also creative artists who actually will spend an entire day creating 1 minute's worth of snaps. So they take a snap and they can actually use their what they call stylos, that so you can create and draw images around pictures that they've taken to create this mystical world. If you follow someone called GeoSnap, he's absolutely famous, from Denmark, and he's an absolute genius. Just clever way, and because he's got a massive following, he's now got 100,000 followers.
wow.
So if you get that kind of following on a regular basis, a brand will want to use you.
Yeah. So it's influencer marketing.
Yeah, so he's had like Air France, he's had really big clients all around the world. They understand his creativity and want to tap into him, and they're paying him a fortune to create really amazing. They'll probably employ him to do snaps for a day just to sell their brand. So he'll base it around Air France, or maybe they'll stick him on an aeroplane and he'll snap his journey to his 100,000 viewers. Yeah, it's called influencer marketing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing, and that's what I saw a lot of at Snap Happen.
So are you using it more for clients now?
I use it. I use it for market research purposes. So I'll ask people, what do they think? I mean, I haven't got 100,000 followers. Oh my god!
After today, you will.
Yeah. But yeah, I use it for market research purposes. If I want to know, what do you think? What do you think is the best Christmas campaign? You know, I could actually just do a little video of that, and probably get a few responses, just as you would if you did it on Twitter. So you just need to. You can use all these different platforms. You can download your snaps and tweet them, or put them on Instagram. Just multi-platform usage. Never waste any content.
And it's quite interesting. I mean, there's a wide variety of different platforms that people can use, and clearly they say that Facebook is for older generation. But I think actually now it's starting to get.
I think it's interesting as well how the process is changing. So Facebook sort of was the original vehicle for most people.
MySpace before that one, was it? MySpace? There was something before Facebook, but yeah.
Friends Reunited? I don't know.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
That was
I remember that one. Oh, God.
Yeah, only found one person. Yeah.
But the journey of Facebook into Twitter, into Instagram, LinkedIn, they're all becoming very much the same. All using pictures is a must.
Mm-hmm.
But what I think is different with Snapchat for me is it's all immediate. The functionality encourages you to do something live, either a photo or a video, whereas the others, you think about, which photo shall I post, or which, do you know what I mean? Yeah. And I think that this is where there is a danger